3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Hello, and welcome to Guardians of Parna, where the Guardians of Parna will keep tempting to become the Guardians of Parna. Today on episode 24, we will continue the story and journey and see what these guys will come up with. So, quick recap. The last two episodes have been combat. You guys talked with Shakira, and she asked you to kind of snuff out the shadow hands. You went to Pioneer's Pages, got your way in through the secret corridor. You were ambushed by some people that were hired by Zan Falcon's father to take Zan Falcon back to Dewhurst. You dispatched them. You continued on finding your way through the tunnels and entrance to the Shadow Hands lair place where they reside, do business. And upon getting through and into where a meeting was taking place between Calliope, Anton, and some others, you decided to unleash diplomacy. And after a long, hard battle and finding a little friend out of the orb of containment that you did not know existed and having him heal you a little bit, Lockley, you guys dispatched the guys, and a lot of the rest of them took off in both directions, and you currently were not chasing them. You seem to have run of the place, and the field is open. So what would you guys like to do?
Loot all the things.
Should we loot or should we go after Anton?
We don't know where he went and how long ago he went through here and what he did.
Well, we heard him yelling.
We can check bodies or we can send somebody ahead.
Okay, so
Let's split up.
looting needs to happen. The guy who came out of the orb, we need to talk to him and see like who put him in the orb and what's going on, and then the guy we put in the orb that knocked him out, we need to talk to him too.
Yeah, I think Anton.
That's going to help us determine next steps.
We did hear Anton shouting when I called out as Calliope or whatever. So we know he ran away really recently. We could chase after him. But we do have someone who might be able to tell us where he is.
So I guess we can loot and then interrogate and talk to Lockley.
Once we get out of here.
Well, do we want to get out of here first before we talk to those people?
I would rather be somewhere where we know where we're at and what's around us.
And I say we loot and then we'll get out of here. Go back to the temple or something.
We've already looted everything in the caves, right? It's just these 4 guys dead,
We
right?
should go to the top left.
There was a guy in the hallway that Anna couldn't find because of her roll of a 0, I believe.
And then there's got a dead guy next to her too. So there's 5 in this room that I know of.
I loot this guy.
All right, if you're looting a body, roll an investigation check.
Can I do a perception over here and see what I see?
See.
Anxiety's looting.
Yeah, Children Bear Wolf, roll perception checks if you're checking over there.
Okay, I'm going to stop looting because my investigation is -2. So
You're just too quick. You're just not taking the time. Okay. Zan Falcon rolling 2 18s. Crazy.
Yeah, I got 3 bodies in front of me. Chad said he was going to loot 1. So
Oh, you just need to roll one check.
Oh,
One
okay.
check's fine, but you're good. No worries.
Just
Okay,
average
so
it out. We'll call it an 18.
2018. Like the bodies before, these do not have gold pouches. You check everywhere. They don't have a gold pouch on them. They have their weapons. The big guy has a warhammer. The little guys have short swords. They have daggers. The 2 on the left also have light crossbows. But they leather armor, You look for like anything kind of special, defining if they have like rings, jewelry. They don't have any of that stuff.
I just leave it then. I don't want none of that crap.
Can I go back into the room where they were having the meeting?
Yep, you can.
And I'd like to see if I could find, since they were having a meeting, see if there's like any important paperwork or documentation or anything that they were going over.
Yep. Go ahead and roll investigation check. Beowulf and Chitter, as you guys start to kind of walk towards those tables, this looks more kind of like a meeting, not as much a meeting place as it is for eating, camaraderie, playing a game of chance. So because these tables were decked out with people, there's some leftover bread, there's some bowls of stew. They've got, every place has a cup of ale. As you get a little closer, you can see there's a fire set up. There's a cooking pot over it, definitely for feeding the masses of people. And these tables have all sorts of knives and cookery. There's a stack of dishes under. You can see that this was really kind of for cooking and feeding people in this area.
Do we perceive anything about the hallway beyond?
I'm gonna say what's over here.
It does lead on to. It is dark. Beowulf, you can see. Let me look here.
I have my chalice too.
You can see down because you have dark vision, right?
Yep, I have dark vision up to 120.
Right? Okay. Let me find what I'm looking for. But yes, that tunnel continues.
Shout out. There might be another way out of here besides the way we just came. Unsure right away, but there is another way out.
Yeah, you can see that tunnel continues. Probably, I think it's like 40 some feet, and then it does curve. So it does curve the tunnel.
No, I forgot. Did we stumble upon this one? And this was the door that had SH on it on our map, right? We still didn't go to the back room that has the shadow hand on it.
Yeah, I don't think we went to that first left door.
Yeah, we didn't go all the way down.
You came in, as you exit to the right, you came in the first way down. There is supposed to be another way to the right, yes, further.
And we don't know where that leads or anything. It just has a shadow hand marking on it.
Correct.
I ask everybody if they want to see what's at the end of the rainbow.
Zynes, as you go in and start to look around, checking carefully, was you roll 11? You do find a couple of letters. As far as plans, you do see a map.
I take it. Any paper that looks noteworthy, I'm going to take.
I'm putting them in your inventory. So you get a couple of letters that look noteworthy. You take the map. Everything else, 11. You do see kind of a big, what looks like a ledger, but you don't really have, in your haste, you don't really flip through it too well, but you can take the ledger if you'd like.
Sure.
Where are you looting?
She's down in the meeting room where you guys did most of your killing.
Beowulf, are you going to check out the books? You're a book guy.
I'll check out the books. Where are the books at?
The diagonal shelves to the right of Enna.
I looked at these bookshelves, didn't I?
Yep.
You did a little bit, but we were all being looked at by the shadow hands, so you had to be careful. So I don't know if anything else would reveal more.
Okay, I mean, I'll do a thorough investigation of them.
All right, go ahead. Roll another check.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation, if you're like looking through them. Okay. You look more carefully. There are some healing potions here that you guys saw before. They're regular healing potions. But this looks kind of like a gear wall. So there's a set of lockpicks. There's like climbing gear. There's pitons. There's what looks like climbing boots. There's a couple of sets of like dark leathers, extra sets. There's dark cloaks. This looks like, you know, if you needed anything, this would be where you would go. So there's rope. Looks like a couple of weapons, mostly like daggers. Just the stuff and things.
Does Beowulf relay this to the rest of us?
Yes.
Sweet.
Is there enough stuff that I could create a third costume for disguising out of and be able to disguise myself as a Shadowhand member?
Yeah, there's enough there.
You'll allow me to do that?
You can take it, sure. If you got room for it, take it.
I'm gonna take 10 pitons.
Okay.
Is there anything like caltrops or oil over there?
There's both. The oil looks not like normal oil. You're not quite sure what it would be used for. You kind of swish it around and it kind of has this like gassy nature to it. But there is definitely some caltrops kind of in a box.
I quaff the oil. Just kidding. Okay, yeah, I'll take both.
Okay. Yeah, the oil does look like you would apply it more than put it somewhere.
Okay. As far as the caltrops, is that a specific number or like one use of caltrops?
Let me do some looking, but there's a box of them.
Are those healing potions still up there, or did somebody take them?
I haven't touched any of them.
Zan's a little low on healing pots, just FYI.
I don't believe it. How many healing potions were there?
There are 3 regular healing potions, and if you guys look, you should all have a healing potions guide in your handouts. So whenever you need to take one, you can click on that. I'll tell you what to roll.
Okay, sweet. That helps.
Because I needed that, so I gave it to you guys too. Just makes it easier.
Who does not have a healing potion or need one?
I don't have one, but it's not. I mean, I'm fine for now.
I'm good.
Sandy, and you want 2? One for now, one for later?
I don't need to take it now, but I'll gladly take as many as you want to give me, since I have a obsession of taking damage.
I'll take one just for emergency purposes.
So, Chitter, I'll say you have enough for one bag. I was trying to whisper it all to you, but it didn't go. So, but that is the stats. If you want to put those somewhere for the caltrops, that's what they do.
Thanks.
Is it just a regular healing potion, or is it one of the
It's just, no, it's just regular.
Okay.
Do I have to go to an alchemist or somebody to get to take 2 regulars and make it into a better one, or is that even viable?
If you're trying, yeah, because the process is different, so you would have to get someone else to do that.
Okay.
Because that's just like enchanting, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, so I thought I'd ask.
No worries.
So what did Zines find on the table?
There's some found some paperwork that we'll need to discuss later.
Okay. Are we going to go on to the end of the rainbow, as Zan would say?
Let's do it.
I vote new door, new hallway.
I follow my
Oh,
dwarf buddy.
You're talking about to the left, Chad, or?
Yes.
Top left. Top left.
Do you want to go first, Beowulf?
No.
Okay, I'll go first.
All right. Is everyone going? Just the 4 of you?
No, I'll be right there. I was doing something.
No worries. So for token purposes, Cass, we don't have to drag that guy around. We'll just leave him. But just keep in mind you have him, and then if you guys are gonna pop him out or whatever, we'll just I could bring him out.
Is Lockley coming with us?
Yeah, Lockley's kind of been hanging out in the tunnel. just kind of like catching his breath. If you invite him, he'll come with you, I guess. I mean, he kind of shakes himself off. Well, that was a bit of a struggle now, wasn't it?
Is this a real body here? It doesn't have an X on it.
That was the
Okay.
token for my guy. And actually, Boom, if it's okay, I'm going to keep dragging him around. That way I remember that he exists.
That's fine.
Did I do that potion of healing quick thing right down on the bottom? 2d4 plus 2?
Looks right to me.
Yay! I did a thing!
This way, Lockley.
Right.
How's it going, Lockley? How you doing? Where are you from?
You know, I've been better.
Were you walking and chatting with him?
Right. Well, this is kind of a long story. I've been in that bowl for quite some time.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
You know, maybe it'd be best to tell this story over a drink once we get out of being underground. It's not my preferred place.
Luckily, what year is it?
I believe it's... You jerk.
I don't know enough to dispute
I
what
know.
he says.
I don't know what it is.
I was laughing as soon as you said it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, if he doesn't want to accompany us, I think I have a job for him at the Crazy Wisp.
It is 2100 PC, correct?
Probably.
I don't know, is he?
Do I need to do a history check?
Yeah, you do.
Don't piss off the DM.
19.
We don't need calendars, right?
Yes, it's 2100 PC.
How long?
So how does he know
Never
that
mind. We'll
if he's
ask him
been in the
later.
orb for a while?
Maybe he's aware.
That's the last year he remembers. Oh, well,
Or it happened like a week ago, and it felt like an eternity.
Distort space and time, sure, why not? Just like the TARDIS.
He wants to talk later.
all right, let's continue onward then.
Does
I'm
he have
working
a
on it. I'm putting
backstory
you a
that's
new
ready?
map.
Well,
What?
Thanks for the help,
Nothing.
Lockley.
I'll follow you for now. All right, is everybody on the new map? You should be on the right.
Yep.
So as you guys go through, the light behind you fades as these tunnels are completely dark. There are no torches on the walls. It is the same kind of cavern, and you can tell it's all been chiseled by hand by people. But you guys very quickly come up to a fork. There is a way leading left and a way leading to the right.
Is there like a light source at the end of any of these sources or tunnels?
I am a light source of 10 feet.
Was the fork in the road on our map?
Yes. Should be.
I thought it
what's the
like,
SH?
circled around on itself.
What's the what?
The SH.
Oh, so you went to the left, which is past on your map. So your map led you to the door, and then if you went right instead of the door, that took you to the hand. So, but that was all if you had gone to the right.
So we're
'Cause
in
you
an
guys-
unmarked area right now?
Correct. You don't have a map for this area.
Oh, I still wanted to see what was the hand.
We could do that. If it doesn't loop around.
Do you want to go back that way first?
No, I mean, I say since we're already here, let's figure out what is this?
It would make sense that it loops.
This
then
might
it would be
loop
to
to
the
it.
right. So
We might be flanking it.
yeah, let's flank it.
Flank.
to
You guys
the
want to go right wall?
Yeah.
Let's right wall.
Okay. Yeah, you guys continue, and you can just chat. So I can't set up, Chad, your dark vision and that you emit light, but I think is the chalice out?
Yes.
So people can still everyone should be able to see this tunnel.
Like, can you guys see where my light is moving?
So Chad, as you continue around the bend, you can very distinctly tell that there is a tunnel leading to the right. This forward tunnel continues and then slowly starts to open up.
Do you guys still want to do right wall, or do you want to go to the bigger tunnel?
I say keep hand on right and just
Okay.
map the whole thing like that.
Okay.
I mean, it's
As you guys enter to the right, I need
Always do a perception check.
Chitter, Chad, Zines, and Zan Falcon to make dexterity saving throws. All right.
Yeah, high five.
Dang.
Everyone but Zines succeeds.
Poor Zinies.
So, Zan Falcon, Chitter, and Chad, as you guys enter to this tunnel, the rock below is loose and is not the same hard rock that you've been standing on, and it immediately gives. You guys go to the sides, and there's a little ledge on each side that continues to be hard, and you step on it and you catch your balance. But you watch as Zines just continues on through and falls down into this chasm that continues to open up almost like a domino effect all the way down this tunnel.
As a reaction, can I reach out and try to grab
I
her?
grab her too.
Make acrobatics checks. So you guys catch yourselves and quickly grab Zines as she starts to fall. You're holding her up, so she is basically in the middle of this cavern, one arm on Chad, one arm on Zan Falcon.
Best swing ever.
You guys keep her from falling into this pit that looks pretty deep.
Is her little legs kicking in the air?
She's bicycling.
You could trapeze her across the hole.
That sounds like a great thumbnail to me.
So the chasm continues. You now see I'll draw it for you.
Can I light my torch and drop it down the chasm to see how far it goes?
Well, right now you're half of you.
I mean,
is cold.
obviously, when we get Zinies to the side.
If you guys back out and then you want to toss it in, you can.
I just don't want no like stinking goblins to come out of the hole or anything.
So you guys backing up out of or you just try to continue down holding Zines?
I say take a couple steps back and swing her back so she's on solid ground.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go a different way. We can always come back to this and rig something up if we need to.
Okay, so you guys back out. Zan Falcon, you can get a torch down there just to see. It looks pretty deep, probably close to 40 feet or more. Like it's pretty deep, and it extends so that the gap on each side is just very minimal.
There goes my torch of bone from the very, very start that I've had this whole time.
Aww. So proceed?
Proceed.
I'm going to look down this right one, and I'm going to see if I can detect anything wonky about this hallway now, seeing how the last one.
Make an investigation check.
Does he have advantage since he's a dwarf?
Not
And he
necessarily.
knows stone stuff?
If it's pertaining to stone, which this is not.
We're walking on stone, aren't we?
19.
19. You see just about 5 feet in front of you, there is definitely some kind of pressure plate that has been built into this. 10 feet ahead, another one, 10 feet ahead, another one, and a lot of little holes, it looks like, from the top and the sides that have definitely going to trigger something should you step on them.
Well, we had another boat.
Yeah, boat.
Or we could just not step on the pressure plates.
Yeah, but if we had a boat, oh yeah.
Do you want to go that way, or do you want to keep going down the main hall?
Instinct would say
chat.
that if there's traps, there's something that they don't want us to see on this side. Which means, of course, we need to go see it.
That,
Okay.
if you continue down the main corridor, there's another fork. I can see it.
I can always send Kahoo. Let me just do that. I don't know why I'm being dumb.
Yeah, send the drone. Come on.
All right, so I'll pop Kahoo out of the pocket dimension.
Okay.
Wait, where is Kahoo's token?
He might not have made it. Let me go get him.
You didn't bring him over? No, Kahoo.
You killed him too?
Yeah, I know he's killed
Oh.
everything else I've had. What do you think I've kept him in a pocket dimension?
He was under you, all right? There he is. He's fine. Everything is copacetic.
You want me to send him back the way that has the chasm first and see how far that goes, and then loop him around?
I'll leave
Might
it
as
to
well.
your discretion. It's your owl.
All right, boom. You help tether me so I don't go too far.
Okay.
I'll step back to be a little bit closer at the fork.
So as far as the map is concerned, the map is going to end, but you send him up to the 100 feet, and it is just the chasm just continues. They just made it real good. No one could get through this way. He does see at the bottom. I mean, there's a couple of skeletons, not like moving, but just like bodies that have fell into this from the other side, and they didn't make it out.
Was there anything glittering down there? Can I use him and like mage hand and like?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fill that whole pathway up again. That sucks to be them.
It looks like a couple of rats. It looks like a couple of people, but they don't seem to be like armored or anything.
Okay, I'll send Kahoo down this next side then.
Okay. You send him down, and these pressure plates just kind of continue. About 60 feet from you, they kind of end. And eventually, this tunnel curves to the left. He gets about to his 100 feet, and he can see, because he has how much sight does he have?
I believe it's 120. I can double check.
Okay. So he sees that this tunnel just continues. It doesn't look trapped, but it eventually banks around to the left as well.
So I mean, I'll relay all the information that Kahoo and I have seen so far. Let them know that the traps eventually stop and it opens up more, and ask them what they'd like to do.
Anyone? Any input?
Well, if it loops to the left, it might connect with this other fork down here. I don't know which way that turns yet, but that could
Yeah, why
be
don't you
the
send
case.
Kahoo down that way, just to see what's down that way?
So you're going to send him down the larger tunnel?
So it splits 3 ways.
Mm-hmm.
I
To
didn't see the third one.
this one, the upper one. Make a perception check. He can see down. It looks pretty clear. This one looks like it continues, and then down here, you can see there's a lot of things that seem to be hanging.
Can he perceive what those are?
He can go farther if you want him to.
I just want to see what they are.
It looks like a lot of hanging skulls, bones, chimes, something to let people know that someone is coming through this tunnel.
Bones? Are they human? What?
Yeah, they appear. Some are
Wing
human, some are
chimes.
animal. Close enough together that you would make a racket unless you went really, really stealthily through here at different heights.
I'd definitely relay that information. Can he peek down that middle tunnel? Does he see anything?
I can get to about here. Yep, it appears somebody was digging and continuing another tunnel. It does open up, but you can see some pickaxes lying around, couple of crates, but no signs of people.
Crates, do they have any markings on them?
Make a perception check. Just a quick one. Not that you can tell from here.
And then the top tunnel?
You did that one. It just looks like it continues.
Okay. And Kahoo will come back to me, and I'll fold him back up in the pocket dimension and relay all the information to all the party members.
Okay.
Let's just take the first tunnel that isn't the 3.
Do you want to keep the right wall?
Yeah. We're going to skip the chasm, but we're going to go to the next tunnel and go up that. We know where the pressure plates are, so we'll call them out as we go. And that's don't step on the pressure plates, Beowulf.
I'm not the klutz.
I say we take it slow and methodically so nobody trips it.
I'm stuck
Everybody
in a wall.
that's... Yeah, you are. Everybody that's going that way, roll a stealth check.
I'm a sneaky snake.
No!
Beowulf, roll a dexterity saving throw.
FYI, I have passed without trace. I can cast it.
But I'm doing any good now.
So you guys descend down this tunnel. You're going stealthily, pressure plate. Chad kind of forgets for a second, and so Beowulf steps on one. You guys start to hear, and Beowulf, you take 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage as this dart sticks right into the top of your shoulder. The rest of you just stop for a second, and then you slowly continue on. That's the only one that is triggered.
9 plus 3.
9 plus 3.
Okay, thank you.
You
Glad that
guys,
that's not in as poison.
you guys continue down until the curve comes, and then you continue. Just you go until. So you are moving now right to left. You're not on the map, but right to left. You go for about 100 feet. You're not really seeing anything. It just looks carved. It takes another bank to go south. Chad, you can see that it is looking like it is going to sync up with what you saw was the top tunnel. They look like they are going to meet.
Excellent.
So do you want to come down until you meet, or do you want to go all the way back?
Oh, you mean meets with the tunnel that's ahead, not the one that was on the map with the hand.
This one. Correct. No. You guys are basically continually moving west. That is east. So it doesn't loop up and over, it loops left. You guys are continually moving west.
So it's quicker if we come back the way we came?
Well, you're going to sync up with...
Is that the tunnel with the chasm it syncs up with?
No, it doesn't sync up with the chasm. It syncs up with the top tunnel that Kahoo saw.
On the 3 split?
Yeah.
Is it closer to go back or just go forward and go?
Just go forward and loop.
Less traps that way probably too.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for traps and from what we've seen so far.
Roll investigation check.
All of us or who?
He's looking specifically for traps. So you guys find a T intersection. It goes straight or turns left. Going left would sink you back up into the where you want to be. So you take a left. You get about 100 feet from what is the opening again. So I'm going to put you on the map. So you guys have ended up over here. More or less. That is where you are. And Zan Falcon points out to you that he stops you. You look up. There are crossbows that are perpetually every 5 feet set up to shoot down. And then you look down and there is a triggering mechanism. Easy to go around.
I asked Liney's if they're magical crossbows or just normal crossbows.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
I can disarm it with my thieves' tools.
They do not appear. There is no magical aura around these crossbows. Purely mechanical.
We don't need to disarm them. He said you can easily walk around the mechanisms.
Yeah, but some of us are less than graceful.
But if I've figured out what they are, can I point it out to the group of what to look for, and we proceed slowly and methodically without having to roll checks?
You try.
Or am I off base?
How many traps are there?
You see 7.
Could I cast... it's going to be a different use of the spell. Could I cast Fairy Fire to light them up so that they glow and shine and we're able to see them?
Go ahead and tick Fairy Fire. I'll take a look at it. I would think so.
Yeah.
Oh, objects in a 20-foot... Yeah, so... Yeah, you sure can.
I'm just going to step up to the first trap and hit it with my 10-foot pole.
Okay, roll to attack. So roll a d20 and see what happens.
Oh.
Okay, so you're just like trying to like knock it down essentially?
Yeah, and not get hit by the crossbow. No, I'm
Okay.
hitting the trap itself to set the trap off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do it 6 more times.
Okay.
Now,
Have tools for a reason.
do they somehow mechanically rearm themselves? Or is it just single bolt?
They do not appear to be rearming themselves.
I hit the first trap again. Okay.
Doesn't even make a sound.
Cool, let's go.
Thud.
I was going
All
to
right.
avoid stepping on the traps, but I feel better about this.
Okay. Yeah, you
Cool.
seem...
That's what we do. I'm going to climb up on top of Chad's back again, do the piggyback thing.
You seem to have disarmed the traps in this tunnel.
I move forward.
Okay. You see to the left where you came from that looped, to the right, unexplored territory. But you know what lies ahead because Zan Falcon told you.
So the middle one was nothing. It was just carved, and the bottom one has the chimes, right?
Right. The middle one had crates and pickaxes and currently digging. I mean, we could see if there's anything of value if they were looking for ore, or if they're trying to tunnel up somewhere in Parna, like to the temple.
How far was the tunnel? The middle tunnel.
I mean, you can see if you go just a little south, you'll be able to see, you can look in there without going too far.
Do I see
mean,
the
you
crates?
You see the outline of crates, yeah.
Can I try to read the crates?
From here, sure. Make a perception check.
Can I help? Can I look too since I'm on his back?
Sure.
Ooh, I got a good perception.
There's no markings on these crates. You guys squint really hard. Because you both have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of put the axe behind you and you're like, there's nothing on there.
Shall we get the crowbar?
I'll never be able to read anything.
Well, there's nothing to
I
read.
know. But I finally got a roll where I possibly could have read something.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's
The
nothing
curse
there.
of Chad.
You study that book for hours and hours and hours. Okay, do we want to... Okay, I move up.
Okay, as you come into the tunnel, there's a couple of crates, left pickaxes, mining tools. It looks like they were either trying to open up another room or continue their tunnel forward. There is no... It's all on the same plane. It's no up, no down. No.
Can I open a crate?
Sure.
Can I see if I can divine where these tools were made from, since they're mining tools?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll for that? And add advantage?
History, I guess, at advantage. Sure. X, you open up a crate. Appears to be more tools. Almost like this was a shipment of mining tools, and they just took the whole box. These are from Rockfin. These are specifically from a company in Rockfin that produces mining tools.
Of course, I crit success on the silly roll that makes no difference whatsoever.
Is this back here the back of the cave, like curved wall?
Yep. Yep, it's just opens up and they're just looks like they were kind of continuing at it.
Okay. We good? Okay.
Yep.
Pardon me, excuse me. Go down the last cave, the last tunnel.
Okay, you see a ton of what looks like chimes, skulls, bones, things to make noise if people were to come through this tunnel.
Do we
Are they
care
like-
about... Go ahead.
Are they dangling down? Is that what you said? They're dangling?
Yep.
So
They're
if we were to
sentry
like,
charms.
so if we were like to army crawl on the ground, would we be beneath them?
You'll still hit some of them. They're at different heights.
At this point, do we care about stealth? Just asking the question.
We don't know what's on the
Nope.
end of the tunnel.
You just Eldritch Blast through all of them, and then they all go off.
I could spend 30 minutes disarming all of them.
Either way, it seems like some of these chimes are going off.
I mean, not if she successfully disarms every
Let's let
single
Chitter.
one of
Let's let Chitter do Chitter's thing and disarm them.
Let the
How
rogue
many
be a rogue?
Yeah, let the rogue be a rogue.
2 hours later.
How many are there? There's a ton of them.
Okay, we lay down a bunch of pillows, and then we slice the ropes, and they land on the pillows. And then we
They're
have
just gonna
another
make
pillow.
noise.
What if we only disarm the lowest hanging ones and then we do the army crawl?
How many low-hanging ones are there? I could, like, mechanic go underneath them.
Probably still 10 to 20.
Is Chitter going to lead the way?
That's it, we're running.
So no stealth? We're going to stealth Chad way?
But I will lead the
I got
way.
this.
Oh, okay.
Fire an Eldritch Blast through all of them.
Roll Eldritch Blast.
I love every part of that.
This is how we save
I roll a
lives.
second one.
Okay. So the first one, you step up, I got this. And it seems to just pass through all the rope and string that is holding these things up. And then you get a couple of them to go ting, 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 ting. You take the second one and roll damage. You successfully break 3 of them as they smash against a couple of the skulls smash against the side of the rock. And you get a lot of noise coming from the ones that are moving against each other now. And clang, 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 clang.
I look back at Beryl, say, good shot, and just start walking through.
as a reaction to him, can I ready up a firebolt and hold it just in case anything comes at us from this tunnel?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can't move at like a normal pace. You do kind of just to like, it's almost like you're in a jungle, just with the amount of these that get, so you don't get stuck on them. So you're moving them out of the way. You know, Chad's using his axe, and as he just like tries to like cut them down, his axe is so sharp they just fall to the ground, and he's cutting down swaths of them. Still making, you guys are making a pretty good ruckus, but you find your way through the tunnel. Yeah, you can keep your firebolt readied. So you come to a T intersection, one leading to the left and one leading straight. You can see from where you're at, Chad, that the rock ends at the end, straight ahead of you, and seems to open into some kind of sewer system.
You want to Kahoo?
Yeah. I think since I'm taking a new action of getting him out of the pocket dimension, I drop the readied firebolt. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
All right, and I'll pull Kahoo out.
Okay.
I'll scout back this way 100 feet.
Okay. You can get up to here. Roll a perception check for Kahoo. Okay, so he gets up to his 100 feet, and he can see that it continues to the right, but he can't really go anymore.
Okay, I'll relay that to him as he comes back and scouts 100 feet down the other tunnel.
Okay, you send him down the other tunnel, and it opens into this large sewer system that has walkways on both sides. There is nasty sewage running through the middle at a pretty good clip. You can see to the right, it just continues. To the left, it just continues.
Do I see any grates above me?
No.
Any access hatches, anything like that?
Nope. This all seems to be just running, currently not accessible from the top.
Okay. Then I'll recall him, fold him back in the pocket dimension again, and relay all the information to everybody.
I say sewers.
Sewers!
I think your plan stinks.
Boy, this sounds crappy.
We were doing right wall. You want to continue with right wall? Or did you see a way, a different way? You want to Kahoo down the ways to see if we can find a grate or something?
I mean, yeah, but once I can pull him back out, send him 100 feet towards the way Chad's facing and see if I can see anything.
Okay, 100 feet, you don't see anything. Just continues.
And no access hatches, panels, grates, anything, ladders.
Correct.
In the other direction?
And I assume we're all walking on the walkways and not in the middle of the fast-moving sewage, correct?
Yep.
And if I send Kahoo the other way 100 feet, does he see anything?
100 feet. Yeah, from there he can see that it takes a right.
Okay, I relay all that information to everybody.
Do you want to keep following the sewers, or do you want to backtrack and go see what's at the end of the map where the hand is? Because it just seems like this is just like an underdeveloped or a developing area.
Yeah, because we know from when we first entered down here that at the very first T section were the doors that led underneath shops, and we knew that they were kind of based on our map that they were by the sewers. So we're probably just now coming out into the sewers from where they had dug. So it's probably, I mean, I hate to say this, but I think I'm going to agree with Bearwolf and say that we need to go down to the Shadow Hand.
I can make logical assumptions.
No.
I did it for the lulz, because the look on your face right there, that was worth it.
I say since Beowulf suggested it, we don't do that.
Where's the Pokeball? Put Chad in the Pokeball.
I say that, it would make sense for us to go ahead and see this to fruition as far as the map down here. Because any intel that we can gather of the system here, we can pass that back on to the Tokar and everybody that sent us down, kind of pushed us this way as far as with the Shadow Hand. And the more information they have, the less they need us to hold their hand, and they can, come down with troops or something like that and go through them and seal up any, anything, check into the shops that these tunnels might go into to make sure that they're not, Shadow Hand operatives or anything like that. So I say more information is great.
So you want to check out the sewers to find out where we are, or where this connects, or you want to go back to the big hand on the wall? Okay, I'm all for that. Let's do that. Good idea, Zan.
All right, just group up in the.
Oh my god, Pooch's face is priceless.
All right, you guys take the safe way that you know back to the opening where people do their business.
Wait, we're back in the sewers?
Instead of sewer jets?
Oh, no, you were in the.
People do their business? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Our minds are in the gutter.
Oh, well, very nice. I high five Chitter.
For no existential reason. Just.
See, now Zan's like, hey, Chitter, high five! And Chitter's like, what are you talking about? I don't know you.
I don't know why, but hey. You can't leave a guy hanging. All right. To the hand symbol.
I'm already way ahead of you.
Okay, Beowulf, you went the wrong way, buddy.
That's the wrong way? I thought that's the right way.
Okay, let me tell you what's going on before you just start walking everywhere. When you get to where you're at, you guys can come along if you so desire. Where are you going?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You guys get back to the hideout, and it's the same as you left it. If you're heading back the way you came, I just want to tell you what's there. Oh, Zan's already over there. There's there's to the right where you came from, and then there's a tunnel that continues.
So there's the altar thing.
Right.
Right of
There's
the altar.
The tablet, and you move right of the tablet. As you guys move into that room,
It's a
on the
shadow
floor is this giant hand that seems to be painted on the floor. It's very detailed and immaculate.
How old does it look?
90s chairs.
Is it weathered?
Roll a perception check.
Can I investigate it for any kind of loose piece or
Sure.
some kind of hidden away thing?
Sure. It looks weathered. It doesn't look new. Probably at least 20 years old. It's been here for a while. You get
What's
on the floor and
lifeline on
start.
the palm light? Sorry.
You get on the floor and start kind of like checking it out. There's nothing, no mechanisms or anything on it. What's the lifeline look like?
Yeah, can I read its palm?
It spells disaster.
Sounds good.
Chad, are you coming in this room too? 'Cause
I
we
don't
can
know
find
where
out.
anybody is, and I'm lost and I'm scared.
Okay, go to
Yeah, I
Continue.
don't know where they went. Okay.
Continue this way, and if you keep continuing, they went into another room.
Okay.
Hey, Zan.
Yeah.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? I'm not going to do it.
Wait, what the F is that from?
I don't know.
I remember that,
What
but I
did you
don't know
say?
why.
I can't
So-
remember where it's from.
Down this way, you see a tunnel continuing. You look down, and there's an elevation change, just as there was with the pillars, the way you got up last time. But it looks that you need to climb the wall instead of the pillars.
Can we go back and get climbing gear and outfit everybody with climbing boots and rope and pins and stuff?
If you want.
I figure if we got to climb, that'd make it a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, I got my pittance so I could make a way.
Are we climbing up or down?
You'd have to climb down.
Rappel.
We could just tie a rope to one of the fingers and rappel down.
It's a painting.
It's on the bottom. It's
okay.
not a. It's a flat thing.
It fooled me. It's a good
What a
painting.
life like.
One of those illusion paintings where you have to look a certain way.
Magic eyes were the jam, yo.
I can go ahead and set up my pittance that I have for climbing, and then you guys can just follow me down.
That works.
How far is the drop?
Yeah.
It's like 30 feet.
Alright, so 10 pittance max. I'll use like 6 pittance or something.
Okay. So you carefully make your way down. You're on the ground.
My turn.
If you guys are going carefully, I'll let you make it down without a roll.
I push Beowulf down.
I'm already down.
As Beowulf, I'll tell him to run and jump off the edge and use fly.
I haven't learned that yet.
I can teach you.
How do you know unless you try?
Something just tells me it won't go right.
I just hang on to Chad's back as he goes down.
Won't that make it a little cumbersome for him?
Nah, I got that.
Chad is strong.
It's just his morning workout.
Hey, Chad, Chill's gonna jump down. You want to catch him?
I'll catch him.
But come here, boy.
Make a athletics check to catch him. You barely catch him.
That's a plus.
That's with a 7 modifier.
They gotta have a 7 modifier, huh? It was an
The guy-
awkward catch, and he didn't get hurt or anything. Just an awkward.
He didn't get hurt. Just like
He was flailing and stuff as he was falling. And
yeah. So you guys all make it down. You can see that the tunnel continues down, and because this map is wonky, it does sync up with where you've been before.
Do I need to send Kahoo forward, guys, and check for traps or anything?
do you want a Kahoo?
Yeah, you want to do Theater of the Mind Boom since this map is a little wonky and just...
Basically, you can send him, and as soon as you get the full 100 feet, his vision can show you that the door that you guys went through, so it does loop to where you've been.
Does he see anything out of the ordinary, any other traps that we've seen so far? Okay.
No.
I'll relay that information to everybody and let them know. We're folding back up.
So, is the plan to just get out of here, talk to Lockley, and interrogate the guy in the Pokeball?
Then go shopping.
And we got to tell the priest guys that we took care of the Shadow Hand.
That too.
I mean, I think it's imperative that we at least relay the information, who, what, where, when, how. Let them know that Anton still's free, and give them maps and stuff of the area, and tell them that they may need to send some troops down here.
Yeah, when we leave here, I'll go ahead and make up maps of all of this.
We can also free the guy that's in the other Pokeball in front of the Tokars, so they can question him too if they want to.
So in terms of order, was it report what we found, talk to Lockley, then interrogate, or...
We can, honestly, if we're just informing and interrogating stuff, we could split the party to do that and accomplish more things at once.
That works.
I'm a little bit concerned that once we're out of here, Lockley might try to make a run for it or something.
No, he offered to have a drink with us and talk about his story.
Just gotta grease the palms.
I would like to be out of here quickly. You hear him from the back.
Let's leave, everybody.
Yeah.
Good idea, Lockley.
Which way are you going? The way you came?
Yeah, whichever's the shortest route.
We know what we're going to encounter at the bookstore, probably, so let's go out the bookstore.
Okay. So, following your map, you guys continue the way you came, past the door, looking out for the places that are obviously trapped that you know about. You're going away from those. You go past the assassins that you dispatched. Their bodies are still there.
I spit on one.
It looks a little worse. You continue then up the stairs and up the tunnel. The bookshelf that was a door is closed.
Can we push on it?
Yeah, you give it a push. It doesn't want to give.
Hey, Cooch, can you transport yourself into that room?
After a short rest.
I have a crowbar.
If we do a short rest, then I can get my spells back, and then I could do so.
Can I cast knock on it, Boom?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that do anything?
Ever so slightly it opens.
Good job.
Let's go.
So you continue in. Inside that little room are the bodies of your 2 late dogs that seem to have caught a few crossbow bolts. The door leading out is open.
X, would you like me to carry one of them?
No, I didn't do anything with them.
They weren't there. I think you went to look and they weren't there, I thought.
I forgot that episode. Yeah, I mean, I would want to, bear my dogs. I mean, we can bear them in the tunnel real quick if everybody gives me a hand.
Yeah, I'll help.
I'll help.
You're going to bury them in the tunnel that's really hard rock?
We can cover them with rocks.
Okay. It's
up to X, though.
No, I mean, if everybody would help carry them, we can carry them, bury them somewhere softer. I'm just trying to,
You can bring them to the temple, then you can see them sometimes.
I carry a dog.
Okay.
And Zinies.
You could wrap it in a cloak or something.
And Chill.
Okay.
Not still carrying Chill.
Okay.
All right, you guys start to exit the bookshop. You do see over the counter the bookshop keeper. He has a few bolts in his back and appears to be dead.
Oh, he's dead.
I loot the corpse.
No.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. On his person, he has 10 gold coins and a key.
I take the key.
All right.
Are there any markings on it?
No.
Does it fit the front door?
You walk up. It does do the front door.
The Crazy West has just expanded.
I was gonna say, is Chad just gonna monopolize all the shops?
I think there's laws about this, you guys. You can't just be like, "This is mine now."
Yeah, it's called hostile takeover.
Let's go see if there's a safe or something with the deed to the place or something.
No, you don't steal the title of a car and now it's your car. It's not gonna work.
We have
Chitter
more
lecturing
important
on
things at the
stealing?
moment.
Chitter is
Yeah, there's
lecturing
a
on
way
stealing.
to go about these things. Okay.
That's sneaking in the middle of the night?
We don't deal in buildings.
Sorry, it's not the middle of the night. So
I put the key back in his possession and walk out the front door.
You can keep that, Jonathan.
Okay.
Maybe he'll get better.
It wasn't a very big store. I couldn't have done much with it anyway.
maybe he'll get better.
You can take all the books, though. Expand that way.
Is there room in the bag of holding for some of the books?
I will let the person who is looking at that. I was like, I think it's still pretty full with stuff.
Bag's full.
There's no eggs in it.
It's
I mean,
short.
Let's be clear. You can always put more things in the bag of holding.
Bag's full.
Okay. Where are you going? What are you doing? What's going on?
Well, we're gonna go get rid of these dogs. The temple first.
Not get rid of the dogs. We're going to lay them to rest.
Well, we're not gonna carry them
animal.
around town. That's what I'm saying.
What if that was their last dying wish was to go around town?
Then do
Hey,
it.
Lockley, are you very hungry?
Yes.
We're heading over to the temple, and there's usually food there. So, would you like to come with us? And then we can go get a drink, or 2, or 3, or 4.
As you guys are outside the bookshop having this conversation, right? Lockley kind of looks around. What season is it?
It's summer.
You see his face get very shocked and down, kind of sad. I have somewhere to be.
I move really close to him.
Told you.
Okay. This is Parna, correct?
It is.
I have somewhere to be.
Where's that?
I need to meet with one of the Tokars.
Oh, what a coincidence. We do too.
Which Tokar?
Just one. Doesn't matter which one.
Well, we're heading over to the temple so that we can properly bury these 2 animals, and then that's where we're heading.
I'll need to go right now. You can tell now that he's kind of, because he's been very quiet, and you can tell that he doesn't seem like he's quite with being around people.
Sounds to me like a split party kind of situation right now, because we need to go with him to the Tokars.
Yeah, I'll stay behind
can
with you and
split
help
up.
you bury the dogs.
You don't need to come with me. I'm fine. I appreciate you taking me out of that glass ball, but I should be going.
We want to know how you
We
got in.
totally want to come with you. We're still very curious about how you got in that thing anyway, and we need to see the Tokars too. We're happy to come with you.
And besides, we're the guardians of Parna. You need our help.
It's only fair to be that we released you from the ball, therefore we need to make sure you get to where you need to go.
You helped us in that fight. We want to help you get to the Tokars.
These are the droids you're looking for.
Don't really need help.
Answer
Well-
our questions.
Well, we're heading that way anyway.
I will follow regardless.
I will
Well,
get the rope.
Me
I'm
and Zan will stay behind to bury Crazy and Wisp.
okay.
Okay, and I hand you the dog I was carrying.
Period.
My hands and the other one.
I cry. Can I cry as a free action?
Sure.
I put my hand on his shoulder to steady him.
Thanks.
They were good dogs.
They were. They were the best magical mutts that I've ever seen.
Crap, Wade, that one got me.
Sorry, Kaz.
Okay. The rest of you that aren't bearing dogs, where are you going?
To the Tokars.
Yes.
Okay. Zinies and Zan, anything special you want to do for the dogs?
As we, I don't. Well, yeah, I'll pray to Rivoru to watch their magical little souls and yeah, send them off properly.
Would you like them buried or would you like ashes spread?
I think actually ashes might be better. We could build a respectful pyre and
We can do that.
Okay, so it's going to take you guys probably a couple hours to do that. But you head off to do that. At this point, you guys started that kind of beginning in the morning, so it's probably mid-afternoon by now as you make your way to the Temple District. Those of you that are going to try to hail one of the Tokars. So you guys tell me what you're doing.
Well, which Togar shall we take him to whom do we need to speak?
Which is the one that told us about investigating the Shadow Hand?
Wallow.
Wallow it is.
Okay. When you get there, it looks like Respite's window is closed.
He was reception, right?
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
Mid-afternoon.
I just start going up to Wallow's office.
There's the elevator. Is there a stairway?
Well, you got to get through the doors. There are two guards. There are two guards on either side of the door that stop you from going through the door.
Open the door.
Please.
Or how about this? Where's Wallow? Where's Waldo?
We are not his keeper. We are keeping ruffians like you out.
That is
Ruffians? I'm your boss. We're the guardians of Parna. Open the door.
Calm down. Where's Respite?
Do you have an appointment?
We're on guardian business.
I do not believe that the Tokar is here. Thus, we are guarding the tower.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Should we go to another Tokar? What? Okay, wait. Lockley, do you have any? Do you think that you could get us in here?
I didn't ask you to come anyways.
Do you think that you could get us in here?
Well, if you were here by yourself and you were told that you couldn't see the Tokar right away, what was your next plan or next course of action?
I would come back tomorrow. I'm patient man.
So you have
Obviously.
time. You have time to tell us your story now, right? You're not in such of a hurry.
Patient man, not foot.
He starts walking towards another tower.
I will lasso his A.
Well, that's what I was going to do anyway. Just go to the next tower.
Oh, not lasso him.
He heads right towards Resfusa's tower.
We follow.
Hey, look, we have a new leader. Awesome.
He is told the same thing by a different pair of guards.
Are they in some kind of meeting and not wanting to tell anybody?
I just guard the door.
There's one more tower to try.
I thought there were 4 towers. No?
There's
3.
There's the one.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay. You guys go on over. Seems Tokar Azul is there.
Well. 3 times the charm.
Does he have a reception area like the other one?
He does.
We charge the reception area.
There is no receptionist at the desk.
I ring the bell.
Nothing.
Is there a stairway?
Is there an elevator?
I mean, you could go through the window if you like, but there's still the 2 doors with guards in front of them.
And they're not going to let us in.
Guards, let us in.
Who are you?
I'm
sick of this.
I'm just gonna start killing people. That's
This is how we start getting in fights. We show them our badges and tell them we're the Guardians of Parna. Mother effing.
You remember the dragon that got slayed? We did that. Everybody saw it. We're the Guardians of Parna.
We were on a cereal box.
We have official business.
Yes.
Let us in, please.
All right.
Remember our faces for next time.
I'm a bird.
They let you in. You are granted access.
We elevator up to the Tokars' office.
Okay. There seems to be someone running the elevator who questions why you came in, but then just does his job and takes you up to the top of the tower.
Question all you like. I'm not going to speak, and I'm just going to stare at him.
So over the time it takes you to get to the top, the doors as you arrive are open, and you can see who you've seen only once before, or twice before, Tokar Azul at his desk. His top of his tower seems more less officey and more just like a bachelor pad. So he's got you know, a bed. He's got, you know, windows facing out, and he faces the sea so that he can see the port and everything that is that direction. As you guys just start to walk into his office / home area, whatever he's doing at his desk, he looks up. Oh, hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
I haven't had the pleasure of formally meeting you yet.
What's up with that?
Know who we are then?
I'm very busy.
Where are the other Tokars? What are they doing?
I'm not their keeper. I would guess various business that is outside of this district. We're not always in the office, per se.
No need to be rude.
What is it I can help you with, coming in unannounced and very interrupting my time?
I'm not his keeper. We can teach these people the story of Cain and Abel. Tell you what.
Of who?
And freaking Cain kills his brother Abel, and God's like, hey, where's your brother? And he's like, I'm not my brother's keeper. What do you want? And God's like, Sat down.
I don't know any of these words you're saying.
Look it up. Anyway, we have business. First of all, this guy's here to see a Tokar. His name is Lockley.
And we destroyed the Shadow Hand. Whatever. You know, no big deal, but whatever.
Well, a branch thereof.
All right, one thing at a time. You destroyed the what?
Shadow Hand here in Parna. Whatever. You know, no big deal.
I have not had the pleasure of hearing of this.
You guys need to really talk to each other once in a while, because you guys are getting really annoying with your special tasks and everything. And I'm just gonna not talk to this guy anymore and walk over, look out the window at the sea.
It is a beautiful scenery.
We'll let
Does he
Lockley.
giggle? Yeah, let Lockley do the talking, because he desperately needed to see a Tokar.
And we'll just eavesdrop.
All right.
Uh-oh, he's looking up.
I say we just need to get rid of all these Tokars and just take their place.
Don't even know what's going on in their own city.
I want the money.
I don't even know what's going on with each other.
I still need to know how much money Chad put in that bank.
I'm very uncomfortable sharing this with you around these people, but they did free me from a very odd place. I was sent from Pavaret. I come from Rockfin, the Forger of the Future. I was sent here to warn you. I've had a vision of sorts, and it does seem as though Parna will be crumbled and destroyed. I do not know when this will happen or what, but based on the time, I've been very late in bringing this message to you because I was held up by someone who I do not know, put in that orb, and I believe I've been there for quite some time.
How long do you think you've been in there?
I arrived in the spring, around the 60th day.
It's possible that you may have had a premonition of the dragon destroying Parna, the dragon that we killed.
No, this was no dragon. I saw the whole city collapse down into what only appears to be a city underneath.
Do the tunnels that we were in just a few minutes ago, do you think that plays a part in it?
If I had to give my best guess, I believe there is more than just those tunnels. Something much bigger. For the whole city in my vision fell.
Do you know the time? Was there anything in your vision to give a time stamp of any kind?
I came as quickly as I was called by my deity.
Who's your deity?
Pavaret, the Forger of the Future.
Gotcha. Well, how would you begin to investigate this vision?
I have no plans to investigate. I was simply sent as a messenger. My job is through.
Would you be willing to help us since you saw the vision? There may be things as we investigate that you could possibly recall more about.
There's ale in it for you.
I'm going to need a few days to recuperate. I've been by myself for a long time, and I'm not quite all there.
I can totally understand that. We can probably get you a room at the temple and make sure that, no one really bothers you while you adjust.
That would be quite fine. And you kind of see as the Tokar is taking all this in, I will share this information. Actually, he kind of looks over to you, Chad, who's kind of like done. This would be something for you, don't you believe, dwarf?
I'm not your keeper. What, huh?
I believe this would be right up your alley.
Do you even know who we are?
You told me. You're the
I throw him out the window.
I was gonna say throw him out the window. Me and Chad have a common agreement.
I don't do that. But I'm getting more and more tempted.
Do you think that this is something that you could handle?
I'm sorry, I was looking out the window. What is it we need to handle for you?
Whatever his impending doom is.
Is he the Tokar of again?
He is the Tokar of basically the port. So whatever comes in and out, exports, imports.
He wants to protect the profit.
It seems that way.
Sure, we'll look into it, I guess.
Excellent.
Guys, do we want to pull the guy out of the orb?
Can't really interrogate him in the middle of the Tokar's office.
Toko, what? Sorry, I'm writing this down. What's his name again?
This is Tokar Azul. Azul.
Okay.
He's the Tokar of exports and imports, business and trade. And we could do it here. I mean, we are high up in a tower where he can't get away.
Why don't we wait for a Tokar that's more attuned to what's going on in the city?
Okay. Well, we can meet with Wallow later.
It was Wallow, so let's just wait for Wallow.
Okay. We could either tell the guards to make us an appointment with Respite, or we can just wait till tomorrow and make an appointment ourselves, or just show up and come. And hope that he takes walk-ins.
I'll tell the guards. I speak guard.
And what was your second piece of business?
Oh, that he wants to know about the Shadow Hand. But I don't know. If you want to just wait for...
Never mind. We'll just go. Chad's just done with this guy completely.
Well, thank you for...
Bye.
He turns to Lockley and completely changes. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will get it taken care of. You are the best. And then he turns to you guys. Are you leaving now?
I'm already out the door.
We want to make sure
a
Lockley
very
comes with
rude
us.
gesture.
Okay. Noted.
Is Lockley going to follow us out, or is he going to be here?
No, he'll follow you out. He's done what he needed to do. And you've offered him a place to stay. So he will come.
Once we're out of the tower, I go to Wallow's tower and tell the guards that we'll be back tomorrow morning for a meeting with Wallow, and they need to schedule the appointment, and he needs to be there.
And it is of the utmost importance for Parna.
We'll do our best.
Just do it.
They kind of look to each other and... Okay.
Okay, and then I guess we go back to the temple.
Okay.
Some of us need sleepy time.
It is now kind of late afternoon. Zan Falcon and Zinese, you take the time to finish what you are set out to do. Do you reconvene with the group?
I say we go to the temple afterwards. That's what Stan would do.
Okay. So you guys reconvene after a couple hours with each other.
Do you guys want to go to the dining hall and have something to eat, and maybe have someone see if they can find what's his face, Satine, just so that we can update him on what's going on?
Yep, I can look for Satine.
All right. So you all reconvene. What would you like to do before you lay down for the evening?
I'm gonna contact my Patreon before I go to sleep.
Okay.
Zanies would like to go find Zan. After I procure like a bottle of wine or something from the dining hall.
Takes you a little bit of doing, but you can procure a small bottle of alcohol.
Chad will take Lockheed to the dining room and have a meal.
This is wonderful.
Have whatever you like.
And I will. And he starts to just like eat and eat and eat.
I'm going to have some food, and then I'm going to start drawing the map of where we were.
Okay.
Did you guys get a map of Parna? from those tunnels? You got some maps?
Casted.
Do you want to share that with us?
I did. I showed you all.
Oh. 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 Okay. We just don't have it.
Is Satine around?
Yeah, you can find him.
Satine, a couple questions here. Can you get Lockheed here a room near us, please?
It's unlucky.
Sorry, the Lockheed Air Force Base. Lockley, please. Yes.
He already does it like this.
Yes, that can be easily done, Chad. How have you been?
I don't wish to discuss that right now.
That's very peculiar of you. What is your second request?
Can you have one or more of your scribes copy this map of Enna's so we can all have a copy of it, please?
Yes, that's going to be done.
Thank you.
Also, if you would please, in addition to providing Lockley with a room, he's been stuck in an orb for quite a while. Isn't really used to people, so if his contact with people could be minimal for now.
We will not bug him. It will be our top priority.
I'll if Lockley's done eating, I'll show him to where his room is, if I know where that would be.
Yeah, it's easy. The guest rooms are pretty close, so it's not hard. Thank you. And he kind of awkwardly opens the door, and then after a pause, shuts the door.
I let him have the room, and I go to my room.
Okay.
You just eat and go to bed.
Okay. So you're all going to sleep. So anybody, if anyone has anything else to do, you may do it.
Yeah. Zinius is gonna knock on.
I read the
No.
Parna ABC book while I'm going to sleep.
I'm back.
I'm gonna knock on Zan's door.
Enter.
Brought you something, buddy.
Yay!
A bottle of wine. I know today has been rough, to say the least, but boom, quit it. Those
It
days
was
been
rough, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They were rough, yeah.
yeah. I know this day has been a little rough on us, and especially you. So I brought this for
Seems like
you.
a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Disrespectful?
I'm glad my camera's covered up.
But I'll tough it out. Maybe I'll weave a tell about them.
These are awful.
I know, they're Zan. All right, I'm back in character.
And I know it's going to seem kind of hard to hear right now, but when I was going through that room, I found some paperwork and they mentioned your family's name. I'll show him the paperwork.
Okay.
I'll look it over, read it. I mean, saying that I can read now.
You are working on it. You don't
Okay,
just have.
well, Tree can help me.
Yes, Zinies can help you. But yeah, you get the gist of them.
I mean, I'm not sure what your family is into, but this seems like this goes a bit deeper than what we've been told.
Indeed, it seems like it goes quite down. I think we still need to get to Dewhurst. I know we have a lot of things we need to do, but we might want to see this to fruition. And obviously, it's affecting more than just Dewhurst and Parna and Stillwater. So who knows how far the corruption's.
Right. And Zannies will just kind of take the bottle and just take a huge swig of it after today.
Yes, Zan has no problems quaffing that wine. It has been quite the events.
I will, at that time, say goodnight and take my leave.
I think Zani's greatly and give her what's left of the wine in the bottle and tell her that she can keep it close.
Okay.
But before she leaves, I'll charge a rod for her.
Perfect.
Real quick, my bardic inspiration dice matches my wisdom modifier, right? Or charisma modifier, right?
I believe so.
It should go off your bard level. Like if you look at the chart in the PHB.
Like number of dies or the actual die? Because I know at 10 it changes over to the D10, but right now it's 1D8, and I thought it was based off of your charisma modifier.
Yeah, the number you have could be. Yeah, I think it's based off your charisma modifier. The number you have.
I'm just making sure.
It could be wrong. Let me double check. Let me go check. Since I know the page for that.
Now, does that mean that your rod has all its charges back?
Yes.
Cool.
Drat, I was going to charge it.
Next time, Chad.
I was going to give you a level 1 spell.
Okay. If that's the last thing that's happening, you all find your evening's rest. You get all your HP back, all your spell slots, and you restore half your hit dice. You wake up feeling refreshed. You make your way down to the normal breakfast time. Seems to be a
we level up twice, right?
Nope, you didn't level up. You make your way down to breakfast. No sign of Lockley, but you do find everyone is at the table.
Good morning, everybody.
Ines is going to kind of like hold her head as she comes down. Slight hangover.
Beowulf just kind of groans back to Chad.
I'm going to go to Lockley's room, knock on the door, and check on him.
Who is it?
It's Anna. Just wanted to make sure you were okay. Would you like some breakfast?
No, I'm sleeping.
Okie dokie then. And I'll join the others.
Okay.
Is Satine in the dining hall?
Make a perception check. Sorry, I'm looking for something. You do not see Satine currently.
We didn't tell him last night about the premonition of doom for Parna, right?
No one spoke to Satine last night. We all kind of came in, and then everyone kind of went to bed.
Well, Chad talked to him, but he didn't give him a lot.
Chad was a little done with talking for the night.
Chad talks with his axe, not with his mouth.
We're all sitting around the breakfast table, right?
Yeah, Beowulf has his head down though.
I would say to everybody, like, some of these events recently seem a little interesting, and I fear the corruption has spread through even possibly the Tokars, and Parna itself is ripe.
I ask the whatever they're called in the room.
Acolytes?
Those, yes. I ask if anyone knows where Satine might be right now.
They kind of look over to you. I mean, probably morning prayer. My guess.
Could someone give him a message for me?
Yeah, or you can find him. He's usually out back in the garden.
Well, then I'll just go find him and ask him to come join us.
Okay. So you go by yourself?
Yep.
Okay. So you find yourself kind of going out and around because as you've seen the map now, the temple district is kind of up on a bluff. I don't know. It's raised, so it can kind of overlook the city. And you go kind of back behind the temple, and there's a nice fountain and some trees, and sitting on a bench is Satine. He looks kind of deep in thought.
I approach him and clear my throat to get his attention.
Without breaking kind of his meditation, still kind of in a prayerful pose. What can I do for you?
There have been some events recently that you should be aware of. Would you mind coming to the dining hall?
He kind of takes another 20 seconds, and you kind of hear kind of what sounds kind of like a amen. And he stands. Yes, I would love to join you.
Awesome possum.
So he follows you to the dining room where everyone is still at. What would you like to share with me?
I tell him about what we've discovered with the Shadow Hand, and also about Loxley and all of that information as well, and what we reported to the Tokar.
I did meet Lockley. Very nice gentleman. That sounds very bad. I'm glad you are all right. That is very well. What would you like me to do specifically?
It was mainly I was trying to bring this to your attention so that you're aware of what is going on and possible impending doom for Parna. But if you have any advice to give us, or maybe some insight that of things we don't know about.
He kind of takes a long sigh. I'm going to sound like a repeating message if I tell you what I think. I think that you should seek communion with Revorhu if you are so troubled. I think that you should finish your trial and continue in the ways that he will direct you. And this sounds very bad, so I would do all of those things very quickly. I know nothing of the Shadow Hand.
Beowulf's listening, but kind of still having his head on the desk. Or table.
Jitter asked Bear what's going on.
Just feel drained. Didn't sleep well.
Well, what do we need to do? What's on our to-do list?
Did you have a chance to get those maps made for us?
They are working on it. They will possibly be done near the end of the day.
Okay. All right, you want to go to Wallow? You want to just go to Wallow first?
Yeah, we can go to Wallow.
Well, we need, do we want to wait for Lockley? No, because he already talked to one Tokar. He doesn't care. Let's go.
I think Lockley needs time to himself, and we shouldn't worry about him anymore. We need to purge him from what's currently weighing.
I think the more we pressure Lockley, the more he's apt to run away.
We can try.
So what's
All
our
we
first?
can do is pray to Revorhu to bring him peace.
And
So what's
offer
our
him a job at the Crazy Wisp.
What's our first order of business then?
Wallow?
All right.
Okay, we go to Wallow.
Okay, as you leave, Satine, hope it helps. As you just kind of like walk away.
I kind of under my breath say nothing helps and just keep walking.
As we do none of the things he just said we should do first.
right. You guys make your way to the tower district that is opening. Things are getting started. The bustle is not happening. You take your straight path straight to the middle tower. The guards see you coming. So they start like, Respite, open the window. Like they do not want to be caught having to tell you that you cannot go in. So
I kind of point at the door that they should just be opening the door.
They're like, because the door opens out, it does not open in. So they're like, open the door. And you get about 50 feet away, and they're like looking really, really. They do not want to meet you, and the door is not open. You keep walking. They're like tensing up, keeping at their posts, but they're like, for whatever you're gonna bring to them. You get 20 feet, 10 feet. They're just there, standing awkwardly, very scared.
Is knock a spell slot?
Yeah, but I can spend it.
Should we?
Just walks up and goes,
Yeah.
"Shh."
Go knock on the door. Protect me.
I protect Zan.
I cast knock.
As you approach, the two guys split and abandon their post.
But I do it like just
10
one
feet.
time.
Yeah, the knock echoes, and the doors sound open.
I open the door.
Well, they open out, so you're
Okay.
gonna like pry at them.
Yeah, I got
We
a
have
really
a
sharp
crowbar.
axe. I got a really sharp axe that'll fit in there if I need to.
Make a strength check.
Were they closing the doors or opening them?
Since I'm there with him, can I help you
They
for
can't.
advantage?
They can't open the doors. They're just like knocking on whoever is in there to like open them
Gotcha.
as they open out towards you guys. You can try to help him.
Yeah.
So you guys both decide you're gonna just wedge this one open. It comes easy. You just had no grasp on it. So using your axe and probably a sword, you guys edge it open. And there is Respite. I was opening the door.
You had plenty of time.
I'm only one guy.
We have an appointment.
I know.
Why are you holding us then? Let's go.
Fine. He's like mutters under his breath as he just like walks towards the elevator.
Can I insight check him?
Sure. What are you looking for specifically?
To see if he's just a farce and an idiot that, like, you know, if he was really going to open the door, if he really knew we had an appointment.
Oh yeah, he is very aware that he was told that you were given an appointment, and yes, he seems very much like an idiot.
Thanks. This is why Parna is corrupt. This is why we must burn it.
Because of Respite, yeah. That's
No,
exactly why.
All of the all the Tokars and their minions, man, they're all idiots.
Hey, you guys
Make their-
remember? You remember that town that we never went to? Let's just go there. Let's just make that
Let's
our
go
home.
live there.
You make your way up, and the doors are closed, but Respite does his knock, and you are immediately led to enter to Tokar Wallow's office.
No, in my notes, I forgot to write down. Was Wallow the one that put us on to the Shadow Hand in the bookstore? Okay, making sure.
He had very little information and sent you there, and that you went the first time, you couldn't find anything, and you thought he was full of crap.
Still might think he's full of crap.
Well, that's fine, but yeah, he's the one that gave you kind of an inkling. So you guys enter the office. There are still the multiple pedestals with different things and artifacts and shinies. There's the bookcases and the desk, and he is standing in front of his desk, awaiting you to approach him.
Is there a table or a chair inside?
There are a couple of chairs to the side.
Harold just kind of slowly walks over to like the nearest chair and just kind of sits down and just looks exhausted.
He crashes on the couch. I approve.
Okay. Welcome, Guardians.
Hey.
Knows who we are.
I tell him about the Shadow Hand, what we found, Calliope and the group that were having a meeting that we interrupted, and the systematic destruction of the Shadow Hand, and how some got away, but there were lots that did not.
Thank you. You have done us a great service, ridding us of scum like that. I was not aware of their actual existence, but I'm glad that you found them and that you sorted them out.
It's not over with.
And they appear to have killed the bookstore owner.
We can set a perimeter around the bookstore so that none enter that way. Is that the only way in?
No.
You probably should have told somebody that there was a dead guy in there yesterday.
Well, they probably know it now, whoever's gone in there. You did lock the door, right?
No, he tested the key.
I left the key on the guy.
Good thing I have forensics.
So
the
now
store is probably empty now.
Well, I want to share all the information with the Tokar and let them know that the Shadow Hand still exists. It's spread all throughout the region, and show them the evidence from Stillwater and Dewhurst and everything, and get him on the up and up and challenge him to, stand up for Parna and let's take care of this problem. Let's rid the corruption.
I also suggest that maybe they need some type of board down in the lobby that says like a check-in, check-out. I'm out of the office for this long and this is where I'm at. So that maybe, since they are not each other's keepers, at least they, people would know what's going on and where they are.
I gravely apologize. It was more feeling under the weather yesterday.
So there's another issue, and I bring up Lockley and the whole premonition and stuff. I saw you look up.
Yeah, I was having a separate conversation about mistake I made.
Checkmate.
No, not that kind of mistake.
You guys playing chess while you're DMing?
No, I'm having. Never mind. That sounds very grave. Do you have more information?
No, we're going to have to look into it. Do you know anything? Did we find out from Lockley where he was when he was put in the orb?
He made it to Parna, and then someone hit him with the orb. That's all he knows.
And is this orb, did we get that from the hag?
No, you bought this in, I believe it was Goodwin's shop. One of them.
Okay, so I relay all of that.
Can I also relay that I think that there might be a problem with the other Tokar? Maybe he's a little bit too involved in the docks and profit and not enough for the betterment of the city.
You see on his face that he is under debate. And as you kind of say this, he kind of checks just to make sure that the door is shut, which it has been. And he kind of leans in. I haven't been quite all right about Tokar Azul for a long time.
Can I kill him?
No, No.
Okay.
It's like, no, you may not kill him.
No. No, you may not. No.
How are Tokars chosen?
Tokars are not chosen. We're able to buy our seats. We are the wealthiest men in Parna.
That explains all of Parna's problems.
That may be, but I have tried to take this mantle up with great responsibility and done my best, but I am only 1/3 of the puzzle.
Exactly.
How much does a seat cost?
Then you cannot buy a seat.
You just said you could. You bought your seat as a Tokar.
Because I am the wealthiest man in Parna.
That you know of.
Oh no. If someone was more wealthier than me, they could buy my seat from me for a cost.
Okay, that's what I just asked. How much?
Well,
Wouldn't we want to buy out the Zul seat?
Beryl from across the room with his head down just says, just replace him. Two-thirds vote.
the way that the Tokars are set up is that they work together, but we do not make decisions together. I am over diplomacy and most of the city. Azul is over the shipping because he came from that, and Rafusa got his money from different military campaigns, and thus he rose to power in that seat.
Tokar Wallow, if you don't mind me asking, what is your full name?
Mommy.
Obviously, I know Tokar's your title, but what is your name?
I am Raoul Frederick Wallow.
And what are the names of Rafusa and Azul?
I still want to know how much to buy Azul's seat.
Got some seed cakes and like 5 gold.
Azul's name is Benedict.
Of course it is.
And Rasfusa, well, to be perfectly honest with you, he has never revealed his full name to us. Being a military man. The process for buying a seat is not that you just come up and can pay for it. There is a process involved. However, it's and he kind of like thinks for a moment, like, and you can see, you know how you can see when someone's eyes go to dollar bills, except it's cold gold pieces, electrum pieces. You just like see him like, I believe the number is over 300,000 gold at least.
Noted.
Okay,
Wait,
so it sounds like the Tokars are all about corruption.
Well, that's not entirely true. I wouldn't. It would be very easy to say that, but I would not say that my position is one that is corrupt. Have you ever tried running a city when the 2 others that are supposed to be doing it aren't doing their jobs?
I mean, we've had to cooperate with a group of, 6 of us, and we don't always get along.
Things catch fire a lot. He's got a good point.
So if I were to hit Azul with my axe, would he like break open like a pinata and 300,000 gold pieces come out? I'm just asking, just curious.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
No, if you hit him with your axe, you would be tried and put into prison. You being a guardian would not exempt you from the law.
What if he deserved it?
I believe there would be other ways to go about giving him what he deserves.
I think this is what they call premeditated, Chad.
But if we just touch him with the orb, we'll be fine.
So what do you
If you-
suppose we do from here?
If you are going to start concocting plans against Azul, I would rather you do it outside of this office.
I think we just need to find proof of him being associated with this shadow hand.
I reach into my bag with a cloth and I pull out the orb.
Do you have that person to question?
Do we know how to get somebody out without putting somebody else in?
Well, she's attuned to it, isn't she?
Do you just shake it?
Or I could just put Cooge in it for now.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I mean, take one for the team, buddy. We'll get you out.
As
He's
I said,
apparently not feeling well anyway, for some strange reason.
Put Squeak in there, we'll protect him.
I see Anna taking the orb out, I guess, right? And then I pull my axe and I'm ready to, like, hold this guy.
So I let Wallow know what we're doing, that we have a guy that we captured from the Shadow Hand, and we would like to question him, and we'd like to do it with Wallow here, and the security of the tower and all that. And I suggest everybody be on the ready.
In response, can I ready up suggestion and cast it on him when he comes out of the orb?
Sure.
I do not move.
Okay.
I ready an attack.
Okay. Because the stats on that orb were never like fully given to you, I'm pretty sure that it's attunable, because if you attune to it, you can touch it and it won't suck you in.
Groovy.
But you also have your gloves that you made. You had made your gloves.
I do have my archer's gloves.
So you can.
No, the leather gloves, because those are bracers. Yes.
Right. So you can pick it up, and being attuned to it, you can decide when something goes in it and when something goes out of it. Now you can't just suck someone in; you still have to throw it. But if it,
I can decide I'm not going in. Got it.
You can decide you're not going in it, and you can decide, hey, what I have in here, I want out. That's how you get something out. That's why you have to attune to it.
Okay, and because I'm attuned to it and I can make that decision, I should know whether he is the only thing in it. And I think we already established that
Only one medium creature or smaller can be in it at a time.
It only holds one creature. You just weren't able to determine if it already had one in it, but you figured that out.
All right, so I kind of aim it at the chair next to Beowulf, and I do the thing to get it to spit him out.
Why would you put him near me, not in the middle of the room?
Let's be comfortable. Put him in a chair.
So right away, the guy out of the and he tries to catch his bearings. You're casting suggestion. Are you also hitting him, Chad? Like, what's happening here?
Only if he's trying to get away. I'm just gonna subdue him.
Well, you guys get to act first, because he's coming out and he doesn't. I mean, he has no idea what's going on. He didn't know he was going to get cast
I hold him to
Pop
the
him.
chair.
Okay. So you cast suggestion.
And the sentences are, you will answer our questions and you will tell us the truth. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
My spell save DC is 14.
Oh, he rolled an 18. He rolled.
Thought you said he rolled an 8.
No. I cut out. He rolled an 18.
Interesting.
Don't you interesting me. It's right there on the dice.
Well, I'm sure. I can cast it again.
Let's see how difficult he's going to be first.
He looks like he's ready to fight. He's like, I'll take you on.
Just somebody rough him up real quick. Punch him.
I aim my crossbow at him.
I punch him in the face.
And I asked Chill to go be menacing. So
Okay.
Chill walks up to him and with his head just above knee level and puts on a very fierce face and growl.
I do not even pick my head up from the table as all this is going on.
Chad, make an attack.
Is that a 20
It's-
plus my strength modifier?
Should be. Okay, that hits him. You just deck him straight in the face.
Tell the truth. Give us the answers.
What's your strength modifier?
4.
Okay. So he takes 5 points of damage.
Tell us about the Shadow Hand.
Is the Tokar like, oh goodness, or is he?
Yeah. He's kind of like steps around the desk because you guys are like taking things a little too seriously here.
This is what we're gonna do today.
Can I cast suggestion again? The same phrases.
This guy's gonna take a couple of swipes at Chad first because Chad like hits him in the face and he like, all right, and he's gonna take 3 attacks at you, and then I'll let you cast suggestion. So that's a miss. That's a miss. 3 misses. So he just like isn't close enough, sweeps over you. Can't catch you. What would you like to do, Chitter?
I would like to tell him not to think about the Shadow Hand. Don't think about the Shadow Hand. And then I'll chug a potion of mind reading.
Okay.
Which gives me detect thoughts. And how do I put that in the chat?
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
So for up to a minute, you can read certain thoughts. You learn the surface thoughts. So he's thinking, where am I? What's going on? I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna rough these people up. And as an action, you can probe deeper, and then he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I'd like to say something like Dewhurst.
Okay.
Try to get him to think about Shadow Hand related things.
All right. X, you still want to cast suggestion?
I'll let this play out. Did we share all the information, Zinies, with everybody at breakfast about the letters? Whoops.
Nope, they don't know. It's between you and me.
Secrets aren't nice.
Yeah, Bear. Secrets aren't nice.
I'm just sitting here.
I'll tell Chitter then, see if she can figure out, or he can figure out who M is.
Alright, so I'll put my hands on his head because I feel like that's going to help my mind melding. And I tell him, tell me about M.
Okay, well, as you do that, he's still not restrained, so he's going to take 3 swipes at you with his...
Whole person on him.
Okay, well, he's going to take his attacks, and you're going to cast Hold Person.
Is he armed or unarmed?
Oh, he's armed. These guys Warhammer. He's
just armed.
He's taking swipes. He's swiping at you guys. Okay, so that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
That's a 22 to hit.
Well, I'm going to do Uncanny Dodge if we can.
On which one? The first one?
I don't know. How much is the second one?
He's taking 3 hits at you.
The second one is a 22 to hit, and it's 4 points of bludgeoning damage. So Uncanny Dodge would reduce it to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then a natural 1 to hit.
Well, they're both equal anyway, so.
I hit him back with my axes, or with my axe.
We don't want to kill him.
Zion is going to cast Hold Person. Wisdom saving throw, correct? Okay, he rolled a natural 4, so even with his modifier, he takes the last miss at Chitter, and he doesn't bring his Warhammer back up. He is stuck in place, like bending over.
I'll tell Chad, don't swing.
Instead of swinging, I take his hammer away from him.
You just like bloop, like, and he's just staying there.
Got like a Lego hand.
Your detect thoughts is still running, Chitter.
Yeah. Well, can he talk when he has hold person on him?
Oh, you can.
That's good.
So he can't move his lips. We not really. So the answer is very limited.
G.
Why don't we? Well, can you end hold person
Well,
early?
okay, wait. So if I'm detecting thoughts, I hear his thoughts, not
You hear
him
his
say.
thoughts.
It's
You're
not like
not-
a true thing.
You're not hearing what he's saying.
Think of M. Ooh.
So you said Dewhurst, and he starts to think about. He thinks of Stillwater. You get the feeling he's never been to Dewhurst. He's never been there. He doesn't know anything about it. He's lived in Stillwater. He's thinking about Stillwater. He's thinking about this nice tavern that he's been to before, right on the lake. It's beautiful.
Enough of it.
He enjoys taking the nice long walks and feeding the ducks.
You know what? I'm kind of enjoying this. Tell me more about feeding bread.
He sometimes, when he's not working for the Shadow Hand, he takes little pieces of bread from the tavern, and he'll sip a nice cup of ale as he goes down to the lake and gets some of the ducks. One time he fed a crocodile, and then he killed it and took its hide, and it's up on his wall. He's thinking all this just surface.
He seems nice. What's this guy's name?
You don't know?
You can't ascertain his name. Well, he seems fun. Okay, tell me about him. Trying to distract me with your savories.
So are you trying to probe deeper?
Deeper.
So you're trying to probe deeper to find out about M, right? Okay. Well, he rolled a natural 19, so the spell ends. You're immediately shoved out of his mind.
Then I'll cast suggestion
I
with
sit
the
by
same
Meryl.
prompts as before.
Okay. He's still being held at this moment. But your spell's gonna fit. You only got a minute.
Tie him up.
Chitter, you still have rope?
I'll tie him up.
Sure. And I tie him up.
Okay. You tie him up.
Tighter than I tied up Anton. Oh wait, no, Anton took my rope. I don't have a rope. You're right.
Yeah.
I will tie him up.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Do a fancy dwarven knot.
This guy's going nowhere. So you tie him up. I mean, he's leaning over like this. So you tie him the best that you can and kind of sit him down, and then the spell kind of fades. And as soon as he can kind of, move and his joints start to work, you pull on the rope and then you
Cinch him up.
finish him off.
Okay. He's got to roll a wisdom modifier. Or wisdom.
What's the DC?
My spell DC is 14.
Okay, so he saves. He rolled a 14.
Sure.
He rolled a 14.
Yeah, just like that 18.
It wasn't 18. Next question.
You guys finished yet?
Shut up.
Wasted potion.
Shahad, perhaps you should try some diplomacy.
Do you want official diplomacy or just smaller diplomacy?
I think official diplomacy will get us a bit farther.
I attack the man that's tied up in the chair. I'm going to use advantage.
You'll get advantage.
First hit. Does a
Wow.
crit. Okay,
Oh,
that's
gosh.
a crit. So the
What if you
D4s.
just threatened removing one of his limbs?
It's too late.
He might actually
dead.
lose a limb.
You might actually lose a limb.
Hang on, first the
roll
46.
Aim for the big toe. Aim for the big
46.
toe.
I don't really want to be a part of this, you guys.
Don't worry, I'm not.
So he takes the 20. He takes another 20.
Is he bloodied?
Yeah. And then
Is he
roll
alive?
a d20.
roll a d20.
Is this an advantage?
No.
He's tied up.
Okay, no.
Wait, but this isn't an attack. This is to see if the axe does a special thing.
Which it doesn't.
No, but you slice him real good across the belly, and yeah, things don't come out, but he's like wincing over in pain.
I look at Zines and I go, second attack?
No, heal him first. So he has to go through the traumatic.
You guys.
No, this is enough.
So sad.
Are you going to cooperate with us?
Do your worst.
I have like PTSD of the
Harold
ducks
just
in the
goes and
pond.
sits outside in the hall. Things are too loud in there for him.
If we do our worst, you're dead. Do you really want to die?
It'd be better than this.
I go out with Beowulf and tell him, just take it easy on him. Guy seems nice. He likes birds. We'll peace out.
Well, in that case, we are definitely not going to kill you. We're going to make you suffer the most pain possible.
All right, that's worse. That's worse than what I said.
I just see Chitter like poking his head in every so often.
Yeah, exactly.
Anna, you have acid that we found from the Shadow Hands.
I don't want to roleplay
We
it.
just want to know who M is.
I don't know.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
13?
Can I insight too, since I'm right there?
You can.
I'm super good at insight, guys. Oops.
But still 17.
Does he know who M is?
Seems like he's one of the muscle, as were a lot of these guys, and he's not in the inner workings. He does what he's told, and when he has time off, he does. He's not an integral part of the chain.
I'll tell Chad about Seawares and ask him what's the connection with Seawares if he was on that job or whatever.
Who,
You're
me?
asking the guy?
No, I'm telling for Chad to get answers from him since Chad's in control right now.
Yeah, answer the question that he's told me to ask you.
I don't know anything about Seawares. We just got here.
Why are you in the Shadow Hand?
Personally, or I don't have to answer your questions.
Answer my questions.
Do your worst.
No, Chad. That's okay.
I mean, if we heal him and then attack him again and heal him and attack him again, I mean, we could get answers that way.
No, I'd say we just hand him over to the law.
I have all the things I can use to waterboard this guy if you want.
I'm gonna come in there and kill him.
Just put an arrow right through his head.
What do you want me to do?
I say we turn him in. He's low on the totem poles, doesn't have any answers for us. We have no use for him. Let the law handle him.
Wallow, get us the guards. Turn this guy over to the guards.
What if we use him as leverage to get to Dewhurst? Like,
Push the button on your desk that calls the guards. Don't look surprised. I know you have that.
I don't.
some kind of electronic technology.
I'm gonna like lean towards the door, be like, Chitter, call for the guards.
Wait. There are guards below, right? I can just give them to the guards from up here.
Just toss him out the window to the guards.
No,
That's
that's
exactly
what
what
he
I
was
was
going to do.
He's all tied up in the little package. Heal him first so he can survive the bounce.
That don't make no sense.
I knock him out of the chair, and then I hog tie him, feet to hands,
Okay.
And then with the remaining rope, I just drag him into the elevator and take him downstairs. Face down.
Okay. Tokar Wallow's like, good chat. I'll see you soon.
I'm sure it was a pleasure to watch us work.
I had no part of this.
Before I go, I really try to like just make the Tokar wrap his mind around about how bad the corruption actually is, and if he's truly standing for the city, then he's going to fall with the city if he doesn't help make changes.
Threatening the people now?
No, I'm using persuasion.
Roll persuasion. Between you and me, I would like to see this city run by one. Only one.
Wonder who that
We
was.
can get the Wisp back. Didn't he want a seat?
No, he wanted to be a part of the keepers.
That's right. Oh, my mistake.
Just a question, Waldo. How did you know that the bookstore was a front for the Shadow Hand?
It was just something I had heard.
From who?
Very rarely, I get to go down and be in the city. And one particular day, I was told that Pioneer's Pages was having a lot of traffic going in and out, and I should see to it. I thought nothing of it. 2 weeks later, a citizen came to me and told me that there was a organization running and a huge elaborate plot, and I didn't think that it existed. No one else thought that not you, and no one else thought that it existed, and we let it go.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to question him? The Tokar?
Natural 20. 27.
He's telling the whole and complete truth, other than what you said to him, like, because he sent you on that because he had heard something. That's it. All lines up.
I give the guy to the guards and tell him to lock him up.
Okay. You like drag him down the stairs, or you take the elevator?
I'm gonna have to think about this.
Beowulf goes ahead and gets on the elevator and is just going to wait at the bottom.
How many floors is this?
It's like 200 and 250 feet. So
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'll take the
I thought you said it was taller than that.
no, it's about 200 and 250 feet.
Can I ask Bear why he's so distant and disconnected with the group?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, why are you so tired?
You didn't sleep well.
I just didn't sleep well.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah. So if you're trying to hide something, roll a deception check. He seems like he didn't get a lot of sleep. Totally didn't get a lot of sleep, Anna. He seems super cranky.
Why didn't you get sleep?
I couldn't get comfortable. Just feel super drained right now.
I walk up to Beowulf and I put my arm on his shoulder, and I tell him about how we hugged in the tunnel and how we've supported each other and helped each other out. And though at times we've had, differences, but we've worked it out, and we're real good bros. It's almost as if we lived close to each other and would play similar games and just real good brotherhood here. And just as silver lined words as I can use in persuasion, just try to coax him into telling me just a wee bit more what's really going on, because I'm concerned as a friend, because this isn't like normal Beowulf. So
Make an overall persuasion check. So Zan Falcon's trying to kind of coax things out of you, and
I can give him this. Like you there's a sense of embarrassment that from coming from him. But he still just doesn't want to talk about it.
well, I'll still, like, with my arm on him, embrace him and tell him, like, I'll embrace him and hug him real close, like almost awkwardly close, and whisper in his ear and tell him it's okay if he wants to cry, and then just kind of pat him on the back and then step away.
Beryl hugs back, but then he kind of just has his staff holding him up.
I'm curious as to what the guy on the ground, hog-tied with my boot on him, is thinking about this conversation. About, we're discussing our feelings in the elevator.
He makes no verbal acknowledgement.
Okay.
All right, so
Did you try to fornicate with your Fey goddess?
No. I can tell you that wholeheartedly, no.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just curious. No sleep, sense of embarrassment. Maybe it didn't go so well. Maybe you're kind of out of touch with the ways. I'm just looking out for you, bro.
I know how to charge a rod, X.
It happens to everyone.
It's totally normal, totally natural.
Can we please change this conversation?
I want to play the torture game again. That was my favorite. Let's go back.
What are you talking about? This is torture.
For some of us.
I would've-
Cooge is right there. We can torture him for a while. I'm sorry, Beowulf.
I think he's been tortured enough.
I thought we already were.
I want a gif of that Gabby look. She just stopped. She looked up, and then she put her head back down.
I could be doing a shopping montage right now.
I can't not do it now that you mentioned it in the video. When I'm editing it, I'll just go back and do that. Okay. I'm guessing that the elevator's made it to the bottom floor by now.
It takes a while, but yes.
I go to the guards, give him the guy. Tell him
Any
to
instructions?
lock him up for any information about his crimes or anything. Just have them seek Tokar Wallow. I'm just taking myself out of the equation.
All right.
And the subject is the top line is Shadow Hand. See Tokar Wallow. I given them specific guard things that they can remember.
Yeah, they've returned to their post, and they are still kind of afraid of you.
I add please.
All right.
Okay, have they removed him from the area?
They're working on it.
I wait until he's out of the area, and then I'm like, okay, guys, what's our next move?
I really want to do the Icarian thoughts. Let's why don't we just become the Guardians? Let's get that done for once. I mean, I know that's probably not going to happen on this day, but
Hey, that warrants a shopping trip.
As part of the shopping trip, I will be looking for more of that awesome poison.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay, everybody, think good thoughts right now. Investigation is -4.
Can I help her with her investigation and give her advantage?
she knows where she got it, right?
Can I just tell her where the shop is at?
Yeah, Zainy's got it.
We're cutting down based on what she rolls, we'll cut down if she finds the shop, we'll cut down if they have the poison.
Oh my god.
So you find the shop. They're all out of poison. Sold the last bottle.
What would it take to make more?
That's special. I get that all the way from Raxon.
What if she prepaid them for an order, and if she's not around, then they should send it to the temple for her?
Oh, I'm an idiot. I rolled Chill's investigation, not mine.
Yeah, I did
Oh!
the -4. Oh,
Try yours.
Mine was only -2. His is -4.
Try rolling with your modifier. See what happens.
Okay.
come on.
I
So
seriously
much better.
called that. I thought you were gonna get a 3.
The same boat.
With a 4, she's fully stocked. You still have poison from where we just got it. That's not bad if you look at it.
Yeah, I have the regular poison, yes. But I really like that awesome poison.
The awesome poison next shipment isn't coming probably for another 30 days.
Is there any way to pay more? Well, first of all, I don't know how much it costs. Is there any way to pay more to get it faster?
Since she is waiting on a shipment, no. Like she's waiting on stuff to come in.
Where did you
And
say
how
she's
much is it?
from?
What's it called again? Do you remember? Did I give you the name of it?
No.
No, you never gave me a name of it.
Well, shame on me.
That means he doesn't know.
Oh, I do know.
Did she say she gets it from Rockfin?
I found it. Look at that.
Yay.
A single application is 400 gold pieces.
Boo.
So, okay.
Sure.
And you have to remember, a single application, that's an application to a sword or a blade. So the applications we were applying, you said she could do 7 arrows with an application.
Is there a merchant discount?
You're going to bring up the crazy wisp?
Sure.
Definitely not.
All right, thanks.
Now
Thanks
she's
for
going to
playing.
charge double.
What time of day is it?
It's still morning. That didn't take very long. He went first thing.
I'll act like I'm not with Inna.
And where do you get it from?
Raxon. Comes all the way from Raxon.
And what shop there?
Craxton is not on our map.
Raxon is another continent.
Very far.
Sinkahu with a note. With FedEx, Amazon Prime delivery. We can get it in about an hour.
If that was working, then I'd be sending Kahoo to go talk to my lady friend.
I need to find
You
some
could.
leather armor.
Cass, she gets it from Durnatel. She's able to just send an order and it'll come from Durnatel in Raxon.
So we just left the Shadow Hand where almost everybody was wearing leather armor, and now Cooch needs to find leather armor.
Well, I have acid resistance and cold resistance, but I need something to take a little bit more of a that can take
Like
more
studded?
of a hit.
You're
I have
almost
studded.
mine.
I had studded level armor of cold and acid resistance, but I need to raise my AC a little bit because 13 is a little bit low.
I still think
You're a
that's what's
squishy
wrong.
spellcaster.
You know, I'm like 14 or 15.
You don't get plate, buddy.
Okay, so from my looting last time, I have some daggers, 2 short swords. I have another dagger, another short sword. I have nice leather armor. And this is all quoting Boom.
Worst DM ever.
I have another dagger, another leather armor. I have a spiffy necklace, and I would love for X to, what is it called?
Identify it, touch it.
Antique Roadshow.
And then I also have a pair of Pegasus boots.
Those Pegasus boots are really nice. One of the best I've ever seen.
So, does anybody need any of that, or want to get further information about any of that?
I would try selling it for whatever you don't need. You might want to, yeah.
Right,
Let's
but I
use
wanted
it
to
on
offer it
Amazon
to
or
you
whatever.
guys first, and if not, then I'm going to sell it all.
I'll definitely identify that necklace with you if you want to give it to me.
Check out what the AC is on the leather armor you have too. The nice leather armor. Maybe Cooch can use it, or Beowulf can use it.
All right, I give X both the necklace and the leather armor. The nice leather armor.
What kind of spell? Like how ritual or just spin in a slot?
Oh,
I see it.
I mean, actually, for swiftness' sake, I'll just use 2 spell slots and just cast it immediately on each.
Neither are magical.
What's the DC on the leather armor then?
What is your dex modifier?
My dex modifier?
Whoever wants to wear it.
1.
So 13.
It does not help me.
It's studded leather.
I have studded leather.
I
need it. When it says +1, that means it has magical properties, right? So it's enchanted.
Correct.
Okay, I need to find an enchanter then.
Me too.
If only we knew a shop that did enchanting.
Does it take
What was the
forever?
necklace? Just a really spiffy necklace?
Yep.
Made of gold, any precious stones, anything?
No precious stones. It is made of gold. It can probably get 5 gold at a pawn shop.
It's not that spiffy then. All right, I'll give it back to,
Spiffy for the guy that had it.
Okay, so boom, the list of all the stuff I looted is on my bio sheet. And I'm keeping the healing potion, so I'm removing that from the list.
Okay.
How much gold is in the, or how much whatever is in the coin purse?
I believe he said it was 2,000.
If it was a coin purse from the first ones we ran into with the contract out on me.
It wasn't the assassins though. It was
No,
the,
it was one of the first guy I looted in Calliope's room.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so who knows?
I believe it was 2,000. We can check the episode for it.
2,000.
I also believe at the bottom of it, it had 6 rings of AC 20 rings for one for each of
Now,
us.
don't you dare take more than you can get.
I was very obvious about it, so it's okay.
And a wish spell, right?
Okay, so I've updated the list and removed the coin person stuff. So, would this shop take all this stuff?
You're selling the map?
No, I just removed it.
Okay, it's not updating for me. But I'll look past all that. Oh, there we go.
Apparently, I needed to click out of the box for it to update for you.
Yes, the shop will take it.
I suggest to the group that we should take a day to relax, get healed up, fed up, and Beowulf finally get some sleep or something, and talk to Satine about starting our 3rd trial tomorrow.
I agree.
75 GP for the lot, Anna. So, what do you guys want to accomplish? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you want to do?
Bear and I need to find an enchanter.
Well, I was going to ask Chad if the Crazy Wisp could hook us up.
I don't know if I have an enchanter yet. We can go there.
Wasn't Philip instructed to try to find one?
Yeah.
That was, I don't know which day, but maybe yesterday or the day before that I told him to do that.
Maybe
A lot can happen in 2 days.
Let's go to the Crazy Wisp real quick. Hey, Philip, what's up?
Hello?
How's things?
Marvelous. Things have been going quite well. We are doing, of course, as you can see, the things that you have asked us to do.
Yeah, that's probably not complete yet, right?
No, we are nowhere close. But I did find someone to start enchanting things. Unfortunately, he starts tomorrow.
Well,
However, things are going well, and I was going to send you a letter as soon as things have been completed.
Cool.
well, I have his first assignment and just hand him my armor.
And he like takes out a piece of parchment and some ink. What shall I do with this?
Wait. Is this your good armor with the acid and production and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Because we're leaving tomorrow, and this is probably going to take more time than that. How long do enchantments take?
Quite a long time.
Yeah.
Do you have some leather armors just sitting around?
I do.
Can you have him enchant that when he starts?
What would you like done?
I like the same properties that I have on this armor, as well as magical properties for protection.
So what you have acid resistance.
Or cold resistance. I can switch between the two.
I should tell you up front, this is going to take quite a long time to imbue a new set of armor.
Probably pretty expensive too, right?
Quite.
Wasn't the last one like 30,000 gold?
It was around that.
How much
It's
are these
still-
star rubies that I have?
The ones that I give you.
Yeah, the 3-star rubies.
I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but I
1,000.
believe those were 1,000 or 2,000 apiece. 1,000.
They're 1,000.
1,000 apiece.
That's if you find somebody willing to buy them. I had gems sitting in my inventory for a long time.
Now I'll ask Philip where I can find a bag of holding. And how I get. Never mind.
We get those every once in a while. I can keep a lookout.
Philip, I'd like you to try to save a couple of those, maybe three, maybe 4 of those, as you find them.
3 or 4 is going to be quite a bit, but I'll keep my eye peeled.
Just don't sell any. Just keep them.
Hey, Boom, when you found that poison, what was the name of the poison?
It is Welk sap.
You say that like I should know how to spell it from the way you said it.
WELK
Welk sap.
H.
The H is in the cool whip.
Wheel Queen.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do for the day? You still looking for things and stuff?
No, I'm done.
I'd like to positively affirm Philip that he's doing a good job and head out.
Thank you. Anybody have anything else they want to accomplish for the day? All right. You take a nice, relaxing day to enjoy that no one is throwing things at you or shooting at you or slicing you or using magic on you. You're trying to find Satine, though, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You find him. Seems to be kind of getting a couple of what look like new acolytes together and getting them ready for service.
Satine,
Yes.
we would. Our plan is to start the Acarian trials tomorrow.
Really?
Does that meet with your schedule? Okay.
That is quite all right. That is exciting.
We'll need directions.
Yes. My life work will finally be complete. And he walks over. He gets the young acolytes to one moment. He walks over to kind of a pedestal that you see, and you haven't really noticed it before, but it seems like a pedestal with a glass case on top. And he removes the glass, and there's a single scroll that he takes and puts in his pocket, and he replaces the glass. He comes over to you, and he holds the scroll out. This will take you exactly where you need to go to start the Icarian. Have one of your spellcasters read it, and you will all be instantly teleported. Again, you are to find the end of the Icarian, and you will find the means with which to teleport back.
I take the scroll.
Good luck to all of you. This will possibly be the most, well, he thinks you did fight a dragon. This will probably be the second most hardest thing you have done in Revorhu's service. And he goes back to what he was doing.
I eat.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything else they would like to do? All right. Then you guys find yourself a good night preparing for whatever tomorrow may bring. And I don't think anybody lost any hit point. Well, no. Yeah, Chitter lost some hit points. But you get those back. And you get your hit dice back up to half. You get your spells back. And you guys are ready to set out for the Icarian.
I mean, we've had to cooperate with a group of, 6 of us, and we don't always get along.
Things catch fire a lot.